Thank you. Hey all y'all, and welcome back to my channel. We are now in the wonderful, hot, horrible, and humid month of August. So obviously, as that would entail, we have another month of beauty hits and misses. So this month is like 99.9% positive, which is really nice because on one hand, it means I'm not buying a lot of makeup that's disappointing me. And on the other hand, I'm not buying as much makeup that's disappointing me. I do have quite a few things from Octoly, so I'm going to get those out of the way firstly. And just for compliance sake, this is the IOPE Pro Peeling Soft Gel, which was complimentarily gifted to me by IOPE. And then the Wrinkle Corrector 2500, which was also gifted to me by IOPE. And then lastly, the Plant Stem Cell Cream Aurelia Saponis improves visible signs of aging, also gifted to me by IOPE. Now, a couple videos back, y'all would have seen that I got from Octoly the, oh my goodness, from the same brand. It's like a hyaluronic serum that I absolutely love. It is a phenomenal product. I highly, highly recommend it if you have any kind of texture or if you have dry skin. It has greatly reduced the texture and the dehydration in this area. And I must admit, these products are pretty much the same. When it comes to this brand and their skin care, 9 times out of 10, it has been a hit. So firstly, we'll start with this. This is the Pro Peeling Soft Gel. This is kind of like a chemical and physical exfoliant, kind of a la the Dr. Brandt microdermabrasion thing, which I am also a fan of. So I do use this after I just wash my face, and it's so nice and it's very satisfying because you've got like the chemical peely thing and then you've got like the physical exfoliant, and it's like you could literally feel and see your dead skin sloughing away. I know it's less expensive than this one. The brand is pretty pricey. I mean, they're definitely like the high-end skincare price point. I would say that it is very comparable to this, though probably a little bit less intense. But still a really nice kind of like in the middle of the road, not like super gentle, not super crazy. They do recommend, like this one, that you use it 2 to 3 times a week. I feel like it's kind of like a nice middle ground exfoliant. Then this. So, I am new to the skincare front. A lot of y'all know that for a long time I was like, that's expensive skincare. I have the skin of a 20-year-old. And I have the skin of a 30-year-old, and it needs a little TLC. And because of this, this is the Plant Stem Cell Cream. It's supposed to like deal with like aging and just luminosity. And because of this product, I am not going to be repurchasing the Tatcha The Dewy Skin Cream. Because this product here, it hydrates me enough. Maybe my skin type has changed. I don't know. But it hydrates me enough, and I feel like this just like dramatically improves the overall look of my face. Like, it makes my texture a lot less obvious. Using these things in my skincare routine has made my foundation just look so good on my face. A little bit of this goes a hideously long way. I mean, thus far, well, let me talk about the last product. This is the Wrinkle Corrector. This does have retinol in it, and the reason, because the way Octoly works is you see something, you're like, ooh, and you basically beg the brand for it, and then they either say yes or no. But a couple of y'all had actually suggested that I use retinol for under my eyes, and y'all have never steered me wrong with your suggestions. So you just have it like here, and you open it like this, and you just whoop, whoop. then Debbie. And while I haven't necessarily seen this like, ooh, I don't have any wrinkles or whatever in there anymore. They say you can use this like here. It's meant to target the more delicate skin areas. One thing that I have noticed is that my eyes are just healthier looking. Like they look hydrated and plump and nice, and kind of like that has been what's making them look better in the wrinkly department. And so thus far, I mean, from all the products I have tried from this brand, I cannot recommend them enough, because everything I have tried, I have seen and experienced like positive results, so much more than anything I've tried from Tatcha or Forsali or Milk Makeup or Glow Recipe, any of like the super hyped up skincare whatever brands that I've tried. I just haven't seen as obvious and as just nice results. Like my skin just feels healthier and happier. So this is a more expensive brand, but the things that I have tried, I cannot recommend enough. They are so blinking nice, and now I'm gonna have these things and I'm gonna need to repurchase them, because they've just made a change in my skincare routine and how nice my face looks, even though the lighting is whack. Okay, then let's talk about something completely random. This is the e.l.f. Brush Shampoo. I ran out of like my baby shampoo, and my baby shampoo is not cruelty free. This is cruelty free, and it works really nicely. I actually bought like the cute little mitt thing to go with it, and you just squirt a little bit on here and you just swirly, and you only need, one thing that I like about this is you only need just like the titchiest little drop of it. And it does a really nice job of just cleaning my brushes and making them really nice. And one thing that's nice is whenever I was using the shampoo, I mean, it's shampoo, so if I didn't rinse it out adequately, my brushes would feel like a little tacky, a little gummy. Do not experience with this. They dry beautifully. I think this was like, pretty sure it was $7, and thus far it's been worth every penny. I've been using it every time I've cleaned my brushes since I got it, and I've still got like a crap ton left in here. Then let's talk about sort of the elephant favorite in the room. A couple of y'all, when I had my favorites for July, you were all like, why haven't you included this? This is July. I meant for June. But I included the highlighter palette, but I didn't include this, and a couple of y'all were like, what, why? And I just said, you know, stick around. This is the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. Your girl absolutely loved this. It has all the colors I could absolutely positively ever blinking need. Probably the most used colors, let's see here. This one, 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 that one, that one's, that one. Yeah. A lot of the colors in here. I reach for a lot. And the one thing that I think makes this like such a favorite for me, just aside from the color story, is the fact that there are so many things. There are certain things that I just have come to stand by, and the Jeffree Star eyeshadow formula is definitely one of them. The blood sugar, the blue blood, Jawbreaker, the mini breaker, that's what I'm wearing on my eyes today. It is just an absolutely fantastic formula. I know, pretty sure the day that this is going up, he's having like a 30% off his like select palettes or something like that. Would highly recommend picking up one of the ones that you've been eyeing. I love the formula. The matte to shimmer ratio speaks my name. And the shimmers that are included are just absolutely blinking. This lemon drop right here, it is full of absolute legitness. I mean, just like actually just the 4 shimmers. I mean, there's not a shimmer in here that I don't absolutely love. And y'all know when it comes to eyeshadow, I do prefer my mattes. palettes. Okay, now let's talk about some eyeshadows that did not impress. These were sent to me for free by the brand Alter Ego, which I am aware is a brand that used to be available on Shop Hush, but Shop Hush is now not a thing. I actually have a whole video going into these and talking about how I feel about dupe palettes. That is not up yet. It should be up soon. But they sent me their Daydream palette, which is a dupe of the Natasha the Huda Beauty New Nudes palette, and then the Goddess palette, which is a dupe, quote unquote, for one of the Natasha Denona palettes. And while, like, I will leave my opinions on dupe products kind of just for that video, stay tuned for that, watch that when it pops up. I did have high hopes for these. I was really excited to get some use out of these. I don't have the new nudes with me in Tennessee. I loved the color story. Some of these shimmers looked absolutely stunning, but the quality was just absolutely not there for either of these. I think this one is 16 and this one is 19, and it's just, is not worth it even for that. There are like so many other brands like Juvia's Place and ColourPop and makeup, more affordable ones that will give you a better quality experience. Now the shimmers in this palette are beautiful. They were absolutely gorgeous, super pigmented, smooth, creamy, all that jazz. The mattes, however, you had to really dig into them. They were super powdery. They just kind of piffed off into the atmosphere from your lid. They had no staying power whatsoever. And then in the case of these ones, the shimmers, all of them are just kind of more shimmery, effervescent top coaters. You have to like put a lot of work in to get the oomph. And then the mattes are just, once again, I had to dig. I started off with this one. I had to dig so much, and I got kind of like okay pigmentation, but like these were just, I feel so bad because I was like, oh, I'm playing with them currently, and the brand was like, we'll send you more. And I'm like, no, stop. You ain't gonna do nothing after you see my video. But these were just I had high hopes. The packaging feels super sturdy and legit, but the formulas inside just did not pass muster for me. And another kind of not hit thing, I don't know if I'm trying to remember if I talked about this. Like, all the months tend to blur together for a little bit. But this is the Agave Plus from Bite Beauty. This is their nighttime lip therapy. I had been having some like ness things with like my lips, and so I was like, oh, I'll rely, splurge, I will invest in this. It has great reviews. So many people recommended it. Some of y'all did. And I feel like it's just a glorified lip balm. I mean, it's $22. And I've used it at night. And it kind of does nothing. It needs reapplied. I've used it during the day. And I just feel like my lips aren't any significantly better when I use this than when I use like my EOS lip balm. I was expecting my lips to become like plump and hydrated and just like nice and not thin and dry, and I did not experience that with this. I'm using it up because it's basically just a normal regular chapstick that's overpriced and says it does something that it doesn't do for me. So yeah, pretty like about this. So I'm using it up, and it works like a regular like chapstick, but it doesn't do anything more amazing than anything else I've ever used. And last but not least, kind of like a falling in the middle kind of product. This is also from Octoly. This is the Amore Pacific Moisture Bound Skin Energy Hydrating Delivery System, which was gifted to me by Amore Pacific. But first things first, I absolutely hate the bottle because you're like, oh look, it's a normal bottle, and then you're like, wait! It comes down to this stupid little like taper. I'm like, it looks like like there's a stand or something that it needs to be going in. You open it up and it's all fancy and you're all like, I mean, the mister is kind of nice, but not the best. I mean, it smells nice. I would say if you are sensitive to fragrance, do not get this. Oh my goodness, because it's basically like it's for your face, but it smells like perfume. Like the level of scentedness, it's like a Bath and Body Works body spray. Like that's just how smelly it is. So for anyone who's sensitive to smells or fragrance or has sensitive skin, this would be an immediate just like red flag. And it's okay. I mean the scent kind of, you know, throws you off a little bit. You know, I'd probably use it as a perfume more than a face spray because I didn't find that it delivered the hydration that it promised. You know, I have my Tarte H2 something something, my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea, and my Tarte Ready Set Glow Mist that are kind of like my holy grails, and this was just kind of a, it's got pretty packaging and it smells nice, but that's about it. So that is the end for this month of hits and misses. Pretty positive. I do apologize for the kind of excessive amount of Octoly things, although I'm not going to apologize for the IOPE stuff, because this stuff, I'm going to talk about this in videos that aren't required for me to talk about it, because I love this stuff. I need to like go onto their site and buy more of it. I just cannot tell you how pleased I have been with the results of using that skincare. Obviously, let me know down below what you think about any of these products, if you've had positive or negative or whatever experience. And also let me know what you've been loving and what you've been disappointed in the month of July. It's almost spoopy time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and as always, keep it real. Mwah!